Hi guys, John from LookSmart Home Inspections right here in New Jersey, and I want to sort of piggyback on our discussion with cast iron sewer lines to talk about some of the problems that we find when we do sewer line inspections of clay lines or terracotta sewer lines. So terracotta was used, it's also an older type of piping material, and it's used because it's relatively inexpensive, but there are certain problems that we generally find with this type of sewer line, and due to its age for the most part. So a clay line has many, many joints, right? Clay lines have really a lot of transition points where the clay comes together. And the more transition points that we have, the more vulnerable it is for displacement, offsets, and problems like that. So a lot of times we'll find um, large offsets or sort of medium-sized offsets in these clay lines where the two pipes come together and one pipe is down here and the other section of pipe is up here. And what that does is create a ridge, and generally at the bottom of the pipe, and that's generally caused by soil movement around the pipe over the years, and that pipe is going to move downward and shift. So what happens, it creates a lip where debris can get stuck, and water retention typically exists behind that because the water is now sort of, there's a dam built up just because there's that ridge now in the pipe because the pipe is offset. And many times with this type of thing, we'll find root intrusion into these clay lines. This is a very common defect with clay lines, and it's almost every clay line with any age on it, it's going to have tree root intrusion. But we don't want to see that tree root intrusion really causing damage to the line, and where those tree roots can actually get into the line and cause an obstruction or a blockage. Sometimes you look at these clay lines and 3/4 of the diameter of the line is filled with tree roots, and it's just causing a dam, and you can't, all that debris is just backing up behind it. So if you have a clay line, it's crucially important to keep that, servicing that line and keep it free from, tree roots and obstruction. A lot of times with these clay lines, we'll also see damaged pipe because they are brittle, and we'll see actually cracks or large areas of holes in these clay lines. So it's really important to do your due diligence and get a sewer line inspection performed. Even in new homes, old homes, you never know what you're going to find, especially if you're going to buy a house that is 40, 50, 60 years old. You have to understand the condition of the sewer line